Introducing the new party. We live stream Monday through Thursday 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That missing American college student on spring break in the Dominican Republic. This is some new video. It surfaced of the 20-year-old at a hotel bar with friends before her disappearance. The University of Pittsburgh student was last seen March 6th, sparking a desperate search for with few clues, but her family still demanding answers. Let's get to Alex Capriello, who's live with the very latest.
Yeah, heartbreaking story News Nation's been following closely. That includes obtaining this brand new video of the missing college student, Sudiksha Konanki, in the hours leading up to her death. Let's take a look together. First, in this video, you can see the 20-year-old highlighted wearing that long white dress. At this point in the night, she seems coherent, walking with friends throughout that crowded Dominican Republic hotel lobby. But then also this new video, a much different scene, Nicole. Konanki can be seen with her back to the bar, possibly vomiting. Also seen the man authorities say was the last person to see Konanki alive. His back is also turned to the camera, also possibly getting sick. Later, another very clear visual of Konanki. She is now back to the bar, appearing joyful, jumping up and down, and then hugging her friends. News Nation is not publicly naming the man seen in the video because he is not considered a suspect at this time. Police originally listed him as a person of interest, but has retracted that statement since. Regardless, his attorneys reportedly say his passport has been confiscated and he's not allowed to leave the island while this investigation continues. The latest reports also indicate he and Konanki found themselves all alone in the ocean, nearly drowning. The man says he pulled the 20-year-old to the shore, but lost sight of her when he was throwing up ocean water that he accidentally swallowed. He claims he returned to his hotel room without even realizing she was missing. Investigators at this point, they're using boats, canines, divers, and drones to try to find the missing student. Earlier, I spoke to a former FBI agent who tells me he does not believe that Konanki drowned.
The body probably would have been recovered by now if she had drowned in that immediate area. She would have drowned very close to the shore, and the body would not, I would think, drifted that far by the time the authorities got onto it.
Interpol has issued an international alert called a yellow notice that's specifically used for unexplained disappearances. The alert will go out all across the entire globe, bringing high visibility to Konanki's case.
Yeah, still so many questions here. All right, Alex, thank you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good afternoon. Today is March 19, 2025. It's your girl, Nora Christine, here on the New Party Network, streaming to you to give you some breaking news. I don't know if y'all have heard about this story, but there is a missing spring breaker college student, Sudiksha Konanki. Her family is now asking for her to be declared dead. She went missing in Dominican Republic while staying at the Hotel Riu in Punta Cana. But we got some questions, y'all. We got questions. I'm not buying the version that Mr. Riki, who was with her, we're going to say his name on this network, who last saw her alive. We're going to break it down today, and I'm going to give you guys all the tea and tell you how this is eerily familiar for another missing high school student, if y'all recall a few years ago, well, about 20 years ago, per se. So basically, the family of missing college student now has asked authorities that she be declared dead. She is from Loudoun County in Virginia. Loudoun County has been working with her family. Let's watch this clip, heartbreaking clip of the parents, and then we'll give you guys more details regarding her disappearance.
Authorities have shown us how high the ocean waves were at the time of incident, and both sides of the authorities also clarified that the person of interest is not suspect from the taken pic. Looking just with deep sadness and a heavy. Tala. We heard that they're coming to the terms with the stars that our daughter has told. We said when covering the day, difficult for us to process. We kindly ask you to keep our daughter in your prayers.
We are definitely keeping this family in our prayers. Konanki, everyone, if we can all, let's just take a moment of silence, guys. Let's look to God, whoever let's look to God and ask God, God, please bring this family closure. Because just so you know, although they've declared her deceased or asking for her to be declared deceased, her body has not been found, guys. Something is not right, and we're going to get to the bottom of it, and we're going to be asking questions. I need everybody hit the like button, hit the share button, especially if you're a person of color, because I think it's really messed up that we're not asking more questions about this girl. We gonna need to come together as a people. You know what? Forget it. Even if you're an American, we should be outraged. Why is this girl missing still? Why don't we know what happened? Why is the government of the Dominican Republic not giving answers? Where is her body? Where are we at with the search? Why are we declaring her dead without a body, guys? Why is the family being pressured? Because that's what I feel. I feel the family is being pressured to declare her dead. Okay. She was last seen in the early morning hours of March 6th on a beach near the resort town's Rio Republica Hotel, where she and about 5 friends were staying. Surveillance video from that night she disappeared showed Konanki walking toward the beach with a group of 3 women and 2 men, one of whom authorities has identified as 22-year-old Joshua Reeby, who is presumed to be the last person to be with her alive. She and Reeby stayed behind on the beach after the 4 others left. Okay. Listen, y'all, I think the biggest thing for me, I'm going to need everybody again to hit the like button. Please share this. We need to get this story out here. The biggest thing for me, guys, is his story ain't adding up, y'all. His story is not adding up, okay? I'm going to play y'all what he's saying is happening. I want to know in the chat, what do you guys think, okay? This is what he's saying happened. He keeps changing the story. Let's hear what he said happened.
Last person to see a missing college student from Loudoun County is telling police what he remembers about the minutes leading up to her disappearance.
His name is Joshua Reeb. The young man said a big wave swept him and Sudiksha Konanki into the sea, but he helped her get back to the shore. The new details were revealed in the transcript of the interview Dominican Republic investigators conducted with Reeb Wednesday. Northern Virginia Bureau Chief Julie Carey joins us now in the studio with more on what he had to say to investigators. Julie?
Well, first of all, the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office has called that 22-year-old senior from St. Cloud State University a person of interest, but the Dominican Republic authorities, they are not using that term. The detectives from Loudoun County also did what they call an extensive interview with him yesterday. No details from that yet, but it is a transcript from the session with Dominican authorities that's providing new information about this spring break mystery. A photo obtained exclusively by NBC News of the interview with Joshua Reeb. He's the last person known to have been with 20-year-old University of Pittsburgh student Sudiksha Konanki. He says he and a friend introduced themselves to Konanki and her girlfriends at a bar where the group drank pink tequila shots, then went to the beach in the early morning hours. He said 2 of Konanki's friends sat on beach chairs, but he says he and Konanki waded into the ocean, telling investigators, quote, "We were in waist-deep water, talking and kissing a little." Next, he said, a big wave came and hit us both, and with the rising water, it swept us out to sea. The investigator asking, what happened next? As soon as we were able to surface, we tried to call for help, but there was no one there, said the young man. Reeb says he then used his lifeguard training to get them both back to shore, adding, I swallowed a lot of water. I could have lost consciousness several times. When I finally reached the ground on the beach, I pulled her in front of me. She wasn't out of the water as it was up to our knees. She was walking at an angle in the water. The last time I saw her, I asked if she was okay. I didn't hear her answer because I started vomiting all the seawater I'd swallowed. Reeb told investigators after becoming ill, he looked around, didn't see Konanki, and assumed she'd left the beach. He fell asleep there and didn't return to his room until 9:30 that morning. The investigator asking, "How did you find out the girl disappeared?" The witness replied, "My friend asked me if I knew where the girl was. I told him I thought she'd gone to her room, and he told me she never returned." On the advice of his attorney, Reeb declined to answer a number of questions, including what he thought about Konanki's disappearance. The extensive search for the missing pre-med student continues. Now, Joshua Reeb's parents just issuing a statement this evening, reading in part, "We express our deep sorrow and solidarity of the family of Sudiksha Konanki during this painful time. We share the hope that Sudiksha will be found as soon as possible." His parents also say their son has been fully cooperative, but has, quote, been detained under irregular circumstances and kept under police surveillance in his hotel room. They also expressed concern that he had been questioned before that Wednesday interview without proper translators and legal counsel, and they say that is why they have now hired an attorney.
Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not buying with what Mr. Reeby is selling us. You mean to tell me late at night, 2, 3 in the morning, where there could be sharks in the water, right? Y'all go out to the sea in waist deep water. Everybody knows that there be strong waves. Now, he says he's from Middle America. Maybe he didn't know that, but it's pitch black in this water. Y'all go out in this water. You say the water takes you out. Your first version is you don't know where it happens. Or your second version is, oh, because you're a lifeguard, you happen to save her, help yourself. You look around, you don't see her, you assume she leaves, you pass out. I'm sure he was drunk as hell. You pass out, then you wake up and you realize she's gone. You stumble back to the room because there's another video of him walking back to the room. I think I have it. And all of a sudden, you don't know what happens to her. Y'all, I'm serious. This story is not adding up. Now, somebody's lying here. You know, I'm going to tell y'all, this is reminding me of Natalie Holloway. Okay. I'm going to remind y'all who Natalie Holloway is. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, she was a high school senior on a school sanctioned trip. This was a college girl on a private trip, but this was school sanctioned nonetheless. 17-year-old girl in Aruba. This was in like what, 2005, 2006 ish. And then she was unalived. Okay. And the guy that was last with her was a native of Aruba. Unlike this guy's an American tourist. And he was there with a friend. He claimed he didn't know what happened to her. And all of a sudden, 20 years later, he admits to what really happened. Let's listen to this.
Another young girl that goes on spring break and is never seen again. Listen.
She doesn't want me to feel her up. I insist. I keep feeling her up either way. And she needs me, ends up kneeing me in the crotch. When she knees me in the crotch, I get up on the beach and I kick her extremely hard in the face. Yeah, she's laying down unconscious, possibly even dead, but definitely unconscious. And I see right next to her there's a huge cinder block laying on the beach.
Just hearing the voice of your
Listen, y'all, this is getting really scary, y'all. The versions keep changing. Okay. The players change, but the story never changes, y'all. It's always the last person a woman was with on the beach. Okay. And we really need to be demanding answers. We need to be holding Dominican Republic accountable for finding her body. We need to be holding Dominican Republic accountable for keeping our college students safe. Y'all know how much money we spend when we go there? Millions and millions of dollars. And they're not keeping Americans safe. Why were they able to go on that beach late at night? Why was that beach not closed off? Why was there no cameras, no security, no nothing on that beach? Like, we really need to be asking these questions, y'all. Why was there not 24-hour security at that Ryu hotel? I'm going to let y'all know Ryu ain't cheap. Ryu's one of the nicer resorts there. Why was there not security there on campus? Okay. Like, seriously, these are questions that we need to be asking because something happened to that girl. I'm going to tell you, I don't think she was drowned. I think she might have been kidnapped, taken. Maybe homeboy was in on it. Maybe not. Maybe he's a victim like her. And you know what it sounds like, y'all? I'm going to tell y'all what it sounds like. Listen, we're going to talk about some safety tips when you're traveling. First of all, when you guys go out of town, if you're a college student, you're watching me, even if you're an adult, you're watching me, never leave your drink unattended. Okay? Never put your drink down, leave it unattended on a trip because people put drugs in these drinks. Okay? People put things in these drinks. And what it sounds like, because they both got sick, they could have been drugged. Maybe they shared the same drink. Maybe she was the target and maybe they got to her. I'm just speaking in conspiracies, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all some tips. Never leave your drink unattended, number one. Number two, girls, I know y'all hot, y'all want a boyfriend, y'all want to have a good time. But if you guys come as a group, you need to stay together as a group. There's no going off, there's no hanging out with boys alone. You stay together as a group, okay? These are all tips, guys. Never leave your drink unattended. Stay together as a group. No breaking off. You know, I understand you want that one time stand, whatever. But honestly, y'all need to stay together as a group. Y'all go together, y'all leave together, y'all stay together. I don't know why this girl was alone in this ocean kissing this boy, but it sounds like she was wrong place, wrong time. Okay. And I'm not going to pass judgment on this young girl because she was enjoying herself. She was a pre med student, probably stressed from school. And, you know, she was probably a good girl. I'm not putting her down, guys. But for safety in numbers, you stick with your crew, you come with your crew, you leave with your crew. Okay. We really need to be advocating for safety when we're traveling internationally, guys. I think we are so lucky that we are in the greatest country on earth that we get desensitized to our surroundings. There are cartels in these places, there are sex traffickers in these places. You need to be alert. Okay. And honestly, I know you feel safe. You don't got a car. You don't got to go nowhere the next day, but you shouldn't be getting wasted drunk either. Okay. You need to be alert. You're out and about, you're not safe. You're not in your home country, number one. Number two, like I said, anybody can put something in your drink and you need to be alert. All right. So this is what her father believes is going on.
Okay. And she was really happy to have a vacation with her friends. She was the other next day she wanted to go for excursion, and before that in the resort she was fine with the swimming pool.
That's from our friends at ABC News.
This is really sad, y'all. The dad doesn't know. And I'm sure, typically Indian people are very protective over their girls. So I can only imagine the anxiety they had letting their baby girl go off on this trip. I can only imagine the trepidation they had to let her go. But I'm sure she was like, well, it's a big group of us. It's 6 of us. We're going to be safe. Girls, please stick together. Again, stick together. Like, you're not safe. Like, life is precious. You have to stay alert. Okay? You got to stay alert, guys. There's no going off by yourself. Anyways, I digress. So, Riki keeps changing his story. Let's hear how it keeps changing.
Inconsistencies that surfaced kind of early on. We wanted to get the information firsthand. I think those inconsistencies were minor, and they probably had more to do with the translation from English to Spanish and vice versa. So, but that's why we sent people down. We want to make sure we're getting a firsthand account of what's going on there, working with the Dominicans, working with the FBI down there, because we just want to make sure that we don't leave any stone unturned. And we are concerned, obviously, and we want to do everything we can to help resolve this very, very challenging and difficult situation.
I got to tell you something, Sheriff Mike Chapman. I am so heartened and relieved that you have sent your people down there. Um, I have studied cases in the islands, including and in Mexico as well. And it's a whole nother system. It's a whole nother variety of law enforcement there. And knowing that your people are there now, the FBI has joined in, is quite a comfort. Now, you mentioned that the main person of interest, as he is now called, has given several different statements. But after analyzing the different statements, I'm not sure how different they really are. Let's listen.
In the first version of Reeby's account, he tells police he and Konanki went into the water. He swallowed water from the rough surf, which made him throw up. So he went back to shore. But before leaving, he asked Konanki if she was okay. Reeby says he got to the shore and threw up and laid down.
Okay, let's just analyze that. Okay, joining me, as I said, an all-star panel. Back to Sheriff Mike Chapman. That is his, as it is called, his first statement. Do you agree that generally is his first statement?
Well, that seems to be, yes, that would be his first statement, and that seems to be pretty consistent with what he said since that time.
Okay, let's take a listen to his so-called second statement.
In Joshua Reeby's second version of events, he claims he and Sudiksha are in waist-deep water where they are talking and kissing when a rogue wave crashes over them and sweeps them into the current. Reeby claims they try to call for help when they surface, but there is no one around. Reeby further claims, as a certified lifeguard, he grabs Konanki and holds her under his arm as he tries to swim back to shore, all the while trying to get her to breathe as he pulls them back to the beach but struggles to catch his breath.
Okay, let's analyze what we're hearing. I don't know if you have ever found this to be true. Joining me, high-profile lawyer Eric Faddis, trial lawyer, TV legal analyst, founding partner Varner Faddis Elite Legal. Eric, statements disturb me when I find a discrepancy, a conflict. Now, upon questioning, and they've been questioning this guy for hours and hours and hours. Why? Obviously, they need to question him for hours and hours and hours. He's the last one with her. Everybody else leaves and leaves him, much like in the Natalie Holloway case. Everybody, her friends left her. The Calpo brothers left them alone on the beach, and she's never seen again. Okay, so with that as a backdrop.
Whew. All right, y'all. It is very, very sad. Before we close out, I want to give you guys some trips. I know spring break is happening right now all over the country. I know people are going to go all over. Make sure that anytime you go somewhere, you're sharing your location with your friends that you're traveling with in case you get separated. Guys, it's really easy. Go in your iPhone, hit share my location, share with a friend. You can share it forever indefinitely, or you can share it for a day or an hour. Kids, I know you think you're grown up. If you're under the age of 21, 22, you are not grown up. You are still mommy and daddy's baby. You may think you're grown up, but you're not. You may think you know everything, but you don't. I think back to how I thought at 19, 20, I thought I knew everything, but I think now when I was still a kid, altitude with alcohol. If you're traveling to higher altitudes, remember that alcohol can have a different effect on your body. So make sure you're staying hydrated and alert with that. Choose wisely. If you're in an unfamiliar setting, no hard liquor, no shots. Make sure you're sticking with, maybe some some beer. That's it. We're not getting wasted, guys. Yes, we're on spring break, but we need to be alert, okay? Maybe one or two shots and that's it, okay? Feel nice and feel alive, but not feel wasted and get dead, okay? That's the reality. Document your journey, guys. Take photos of the places you visit and the people you meet, especially if you're exploring a new town like Dominican Republic. Remember, although you may feel safe because it's only an hour away from America, it is not safe. You are in a foreign country. There are cartels. Stay vigilant. Be aware of your surroundings at all time. Keep an eye out for potential hazards or risky situations, okay? Avoid risky behaviors. Again, I'm sorry for this girl. I'm so sorry for her. Again, please say a prayer for her tonight. Pray that we have answers for the family. But girls, you stay with your crew. You come with a crew, y'all stay together. You like a guy, y'all want to hang out? Y'all hang out together as a group, okay? Your friends don't want to stay with you and you go off with this guy, then sorry. That's what it is. And the reality is you're never going to see this guy again. So what, you going to have 5 minutes of fun for a risk to die, to risk to become unalived? It's not worth it, you guys. Stay with your crew, stay with your friends. Make sure you guys plan a trip. Make sure you guys have meeting points if you guys are meeting up. Make sure you guys are staying in contact with each other. You need to establish points of contact with your family. Avoid dark settings. Use only authorized taxis and shuttles. Avoid actions that are illegal. Okay, I know y'all like to go over here, think y'all are in a place that's safe, but avoid illegal activity and just stay safe. And wherever you're at right now, I'm really asking everyone to say a prayer for this young girl. Say a prayer for her family. Say a prayer that we have answers. And I need everybody to stay safe. Also, tonight, everybody watching, everybody under the sound of my voice, wherever you're watching at, come back tonight at 8 p.m. We have the Man Cave Show. The Man Cave Show. It's going to be talking about men's topics. Tomorrow night, wherever you're watching, come back tomorrow night, 8 p.m. We have the new party. We are going to be breaking down the Harry Sisson beef, y'all. One of the members of our cast, I'm excited to say, one of the members of our cast has exclusive, uh, exclusive. Um, you know, he has he's in a beef with Harry Sisson. I can't wait to tell y'all about it. Him and Harry have been going at it. He's going to talk about the beef. We're going to talk about some insider knowledge that we have about Harry Sisson. Also, we will be talking about the Breakfast Club, Just Hilarious, and the drama going on over there, as well as Fresh and Fit's beef with DDG. And yes, shouts out to Mulatto Rights. Thank you for watching, and prayers up for the young lady and her family. Yes, guys, please, 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 let's send prayers. Let's get the word out, guys. Share my story with 10 friends. We need to get the word out here because we can't look away. Okay, this is one of our own. This is an American. We need to get the word out there. We need to be putting pressure on our United States government to send the same amount of people, the same amount of resources that they sent for Natalie Holloway 10 years ago or 20 years ago. We need to be sending that plus much, much more over here. Okay, it's 2025. Why can't we find this girl? We need to put pressure on our United States senators, pressure on our congressmen, pressure. Donald Trump, if you're watching, Vivek Ramaswamy, these people are Indian like you. Vivek, I know you care about Indian people. I'm going to need you to go help them get some resources, okay? Fetterman, John Fetterman, she went to school in your state. Why are you not helping? Why are you not commenting on this, okay? She's from D.C. All of you Congress people in D.C., this is one of your own. She's a local resident of D.C. We need to be sending resources to go find this girl. Where's her body? Putting pressure on the Dominican Republic government to find her. Okay, I'm gonna need everybody share this story, get it out here. Hashtag justice for Sudiksha. Hashtag Konanki. Hashtag we need to get this out here. Okay, hashtag justice for Sudiksha Konanki. Okay, we need justice for her. We need her body to be found, and we need to send prayers. Like we always say on the new party, always vote. God bless everyone. Have a great Wednesday.
Introducing the new party. We live stream Monday through Thursday 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.